everybody, Bama Cooley here, and behind me I have the BMW M2. Some publications say this is the best sports car bargain on the market for performance and overall price. Well, today we're going to put that to the test. We're going to go over the outside, the inside, see how she performs, maybe even hook it up to the draggy. So come on, let's go. All right, everybody. Yes, I look very weird with this on, but I'm trying to give y'all a point of view drive on this. Let's see, I'll put it in the M1 that I've already set this up on. Everything's changed. Let's see what she'll do. I'm not brave enough to get it into any... Whoa, we're drifting. We did drift. Oh my God, this thing is so much fun. Do it one more lap. All right, we did drift. That's the track performance version of this. Let's go ahead and get on the street with it. Let me change the mode to just normal sport, and we'll change it to track later if y'all know what I mean. One of the things about this M2, it made Car and Driver's finalists for Car of the Year. The key thing here is it performs like a track car, obviously, which we just demonstrated. And it's a daily drive. Seats are comfortable, I'm not gonna lie. Now, the back seats, if you got some kids, they can fit back in there, maybe a small adult. I didn't show it earlier, but the trunk is actually pretty roomy because I was in a hurry to get in this and drive it. One of the knocks on this, I will say, is that in a lot of cars there's like a dial for a mode, so it can go to sport, sport plus, everything changes, then you can adjust everything to what your individual settings are. This seems a little awkward in my opinion. I changed it, and the engine's in sport plus, the steering's in sport, but I got the braking and the suspension in comfort because I want to get a feel for this in comfort. So if I was driving on an interstate or driving on a bumpy road around town, and it does soak it up pretty well. I mean, this is a sports car, so it's not like my Raptor where it just feels like you're floating on a cloud in comfort mode, but it does provide some good riding because this road I'm on is currently a little bumpy. Steering wheel is nice and tight the way I like it. Let's give it some acceleration as we get on the road here. Yeah, she likes to go. That was really fun. It sounds good too. I love, for an inline six, the exhaust sounds real good. Everybody knows I'm biased towards Beamers and Porsches, so when it comes to sports cars, not muscle cars, but just sports cars, I do like the imports. And it's like I was saying in my earlier part of the review, this car sits bigger than what it looks like or what it is from the outside. I got plenty of room. I'm comfortable. The seat bolstering, it keeps you in. I can adjust the seats any way I want. So it's really good. 453 horses. This does pack the acceleration and the torque. The torque's more on the low end, which is what you would expect. Please don't laugh at my camera on the hat, because I'm going to have to go in the office after this and I'm going to have hat head, and it's just not going to be pretty. And I know I look like I look weird with this on. So we're going to go and hit our usual spot here. Like I said, we've hit some red lights, we've hit some normal street. I'm going to get it on the highway. We're gonna give it the business, let it ring out. I got a camera up top. I hope y'all are enjoying the extra footage. I'm trying to do more point of view driving footage, hence why I look like an idiot with this on. I'm trying to do more point of view footage from outside the car. So let me know in the comments section what y'all think. Back to the driving. I mean, this thing drives like butter. I mean, it's, like I said, I got the sport suspension, the sport chassis, everything on. I mean, this thing's great. We'll be able to give it the business and open it up getting on the highway here. Let's see what we got. Nobody coming. I didn't mean to get it up over 100, but we were already up to 107 miles an hour. I hope there's no state troopers around here. I don't need any federales in Mexico. I hope everybody was able to pick up the acceleration, especially when the turbos clicked. As soon as the turbos spooled up, there was a slight delay, and I'm in 8 speed. There was a slight delay, and then this thing just gunned, and it just blasted off into space. There's a little bit of road noise, which you expect because you're sitting pretty low. I don't mind it. You can probably pick it up in the camera. As far as the suspension itself, no, it is comfortable. We'll put it in sport suspension here in a little bit when I do a draggy pull on this, but right now it's a warm day, which isn't ideal for the turbos, obviously. I'd rather it be 30 out here right now. These turbocharged cars love cold weather. They love that dense air full of oxygen. Keeps that engine cool. So if I get 4 seconds or slightly above 4 seconds, I'll be happy with it. I mean, I'm not at Car and Driver's test track where everything is perfectly flat and perfectly ideal. All right, we're gonna brake torque this to about 2,000. Four or five, I can live with that. We're not in ideal conditions. This is a real road. It wasn't exactly level, so that's not too bad. 824 in the 8th. I could have probably got that quicker. The tires were spinning pretty good. It should have been around about a 3.9 or 4, I think. So just goes to show you, Car and Driver can do whatever they want. Better be careful. That sheriff's department was out here somewhere. We're still in track mode and it took off. It just goes to show you, Car and Driver can do whatever they want. They have a track, they have perfect tires, they get 3.5 or 3.6. I got a 4.5, which is slow, but the back tires were spinning a pretty good bit. So I'll check and see what we get, you know, how the footage looks. But like I said, it's a 68-degree day. The turbos aren't going to spool up that good anyway, so I hope y'all do enjoy the point of view driving though. So we're going to take this, we're going to head back to the dealership. We'll see y'all back there. Everybody knows my affinity for some of the imports, BMW, Porsche, things like that. This is the first M car in the M series that I've done. Hopefully we'll go M3, M4 and crank it up from there. But the first thing to notice about this particular car, and this is some controversy, a lot of people are mixed about the front end style, saying it's too blockish. I don't mind it. I think it looks good. Here you got the LED high performance headlights. Coming down here, you have plenty of openings and grille in the gloss black to suck in that fresh air to power this inline 6. Of course, this is gloss black. You got the M2 emblem here. You have the anniversary emblem here. And this is called the Zandvoort Blue. And I believe I'm pronouncing that right. It sticks out, I will say that. The black looks good with it. We'll show you more of the black aspects on it, the gloss black aspects on it here in a bit, but the black does look good with it. Would I choose this particular color? It's a little loud for me, but you're driving an M, I can see why people would appreciate it. Coming over here, of course, you see you got your front sensors, you got your front cameras, everything's looking good from a safety standpoint. And you got, of course, you got your deep lines going in here, a line going in here on the top. It's an aggressive stance for such a small car, which is what BMW and especially the M series is known for. And whether you like the front end boxy or blocky design, you can definitely tell it's an M car. Coming over to the side, of course, you see the full length of the car. It is an M coupe, there's no mistaking it. 19-inch wheels on the front. You have the blue BMW brake calipers. These are gloss black with the anniversary emblem, have M right there. These are Michigan Pilot Sports, so they are built for the street. You got 275 35 19s on the front. Coming around the side, of course, you see you got the side panel ground effects coming on the bottom. You got the body colored rear view mirrors with the body colored handle. This particular car is used, so the windows are already tinted on it. Honestly, I probably would have went a little bit darker below the legal limit and made the windows with this particular blue really pop to go along with the wheels and everything. Coming around here, of course, you see the lines coming around here. You see the flare out for the wide tires you have back here. These are 20-inch rims, Michelin Co-Pilots, 285/30 20s on the back. And I think I'm a sucker for black rims, especially the gloss rims, when they really pop from the color style of the body itself. And this really pops. Like I said, not my favorite blue, kind of like a North Carolina blue, but the gloss black really pops with it. And overall, this car catches attention. Just driving it around, you can see people staring at it because the color pops, the black accents pop. And I mean, it's a BMW, it's an M, it's going to be a good looking car. Let's go check out the back. All right, coming around to the back, you see more of that block style that's so controversial. You got your rear parking sensors, you got your rear view cameras. Of course, you got your LED rear light lit up here. And you see, you got, it's blocky. I don't mind it. I think it looks good. But like I said, I can see why some BMW purists might not like it. Of course, you got a small little spoiler here. You got the M2 badge. Of course, you got the anniversary badge here coming around. Yeah, I mean, it is boxy, but I still think it looks pretty good. One thing to notice though, is the 4 massive exhausts in the back. These things are huge. They're probably about 3 inches in diameter. And for an inline 6, this sounds amazing. I'm a BMW fan, so I'm probably a little bit biased, but I think it looks good. I think it brings the M spirit, if you will, from the overall look, whether you're looking at it from the side or you look at it, see how we got flares right here. I like that look. Gives us a wide looking appearance. All right, opening the door. Of course, you see all the leather, stitched leather here. You see the coloring for the BMW anniversary right here, which I think is a good look. Of course, you got your 2 seat memories, you got your windows, you got your storage, your trunk opening. You do have the Harman Kardon system. Coming over here, of course, you got M2. The seats are really nice, sports seats. They're not the carbon fiber ones, but those are too stiff anyway. Got M2 up there. Of course, you got the blue and red piping there. These are heated seats. Of course, there's all your seat adjustments right there. You do have the performance pedals. So let's go ahead and get inside. The steering wheel itself is very thick. It's a sports steering wheel. Of course, you got the blue and red stitching here. The M coming up here. Of course, you got your display adjustments. You got your Siri, your phone. Over here, you got your cruise control. You have your windshield wiper stock, blinker stock. You got your lights. You have your paddle shifters, and then you have your M2 and your M1 modes for your own personal settings. Coming over here, you have a little bit of storage with some USBs. Here you have a leather wrapped shifter with the blue and red stitching. And of course you have M on that. Got your start stop button. You got all the buttons to adjust your modes. You do have a wheel here, so you don't have to touch the screen to adjust what's going on. Coming over here, your cup holders, you have your USB and you have your phone charger. And you can of course drop this down. So this does not have the carbon fiber package on the inside. Otherwise this would all be carbon fiber and this would all be carbon fiber. But you do have the massive connected display and infotainment center and the upgraded speakers. And to be as small as this car is, it sits big on the inside. There's actually a lot of room here in the front seat. So I'm not even going over the back seats. Nobody buys this for the back seat. It's storage. But I'm not a small guy, and I can get in and out of this and drive comfortably on this. The seats keep you adjusted, keep you centered, and it's a very comfortable car. So let's go ahead and crank it up. Of course, with the display, you can go ahead and you can adjust it to whatever mode you want. Say I hit M1. See, you heard the exhaust change, which sounds awesome, especially for a 6, and you see M1 over there. Go ahead and put this in track, activate, and you see the whole shift. You see the whole display change, which, you know, I love animations and I love cartoons, so what can I say? You can set this up for whatever readings you want, whether you want to read pressure, whether you want to read boost pressure. Come into home, of course, this is the map setting, and you see your settings right there, Sport Plus, Sport, Sport, Sport. On all of that, we'll adjust that as we get ready to take this for a drive. Of course, here's all your car apps. There is an M Drift Analyzer. So should we do some drifting in this? I mean, there's, you know, you even records your drift performance, M traction, drift duration, drift angle. I'm kind of hesitant on that. Tokyo Drift over here. But you got your music, you got your phone, your navigation. You come back in here. Of course, you can change, you know, your lighting, your air conditioning, your displays, your heads-up display. You go into drive settings, and you go into setup, and here you can adjust everything to what you want it to. Of course, you come back to M mode, and you can go sport, track, you know, whatever you want. It changes everything, and it also changes the display here, because now you see I have the G-force reading. And of course, I don't know if you can see the heads-up display, but the heads-up display is really good. And of course, here I can put, you know, how much horsepower, sport displays, setup, what my engine's doing, how much boost pressure I have. There you see oil temp, you see boost pressure. We can look at the tires, how much horsepower, how much torque, the G meter. So you can pretty much set this up ever how you want. Of course, one thing people will like is you do have some knobs and some buttons down here for your defrost and your volume, but mainly it's this and the touch screen that you have, which I know irks a lot of people. This is the business end of the M2. You have a inline 6 turbocharged, putting out 453 horsepower and 406 pound-feet of torque. You have 2 air inductions going in here to bring fresh air to this engine. Of course, you got the M emblem and you got BMW M power. This is pretty much the same exact engine that's in the M3 and M4. It's obviously tuned a little different, so it's a little bit less horsepower, but it's the same engine. It's a great engine, it sounds great, it performs great. This car is built for the track while being a daily driver. It's nuts. But this car will go 0 to 60, and depending on the publication you read, 3.5 to 3.9 seconds. I think it depends on manual versus 8-speed automatic, and it will do 11.9 in the quarter mile, I think. So we might try that out, but it's a good looking engine. I like the cover, and this thing really performs. I've driven it some already, and I can go ahead and tell you it's fun to drive. So let's go ahead and get in it, and let's go ahead and take it for a spin and see what we got. There you have it, everybody, the BMW M2. It's a performance car that's a daily driver that costs in the mid 60s to low 70s, depending on what options you get, but you get a ton of performance and you get a great fun drive. Special thanks to my friends here at Century Automotive, Century BMW, for giving me time with this. I'll put a link to this car in the description, as well as their website. Feel free to give Lucas Jolly and them a call if you're wanting a BMW, whether it's an M4, M3, M2, or even an X6. They'll take care of you. I had fun today. I hope you did too. And remember, in the back streets of Tijuana and you got a fun car or truck to drive, go ahead and give it the business and have fun with it. We'll catch y'all next time. Have a good one, everybody.